1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay, so our first game is called Press Conference, and this stars Jared. So, Jared, you need to leave the room. All right. Rich, why don't you ask for us? Okay, what's going to happen is Rich committed a crime, but he is not going to be aware of what the crime is. Yeah, that's what I said, Jared. So when Jared comes back in, he's not going to know what he did. Maybe it was a crime, maybe it was an accomplishment, maybe it was something he just finished, maybe he's an important person that did something, whether it's a video game world or not. And what's going to happen is these guys are all going to be reporters, asking him questions and trying to get him to guess what it is he accomplished or the crime he committed or what he did. So what I need is suggestions for an accomplishment. Really important accomplishment or really important person. Yes, you in the pink.
Nailed the cat girl.
Nailed the cat girl? He broke Dr. Riley out of jail. I think we're going to go with that. Right. So, let's bring in Jared. Give him a big round of applause when he comes in so he doesn't feel sheepish. And then we're going to let our reporters go away. So, bring him on in. Congratulations. Thank you. This is a very important event.
It is. I'm quite proud. Everything I've accomplished.
Okay, we're going to give you the floor here. We're going to open it to questions. So it's up to you.
Okay, I just want to say I'm so flattered that you can all be here to join me in celebrating this momentous occasion. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, it's something I'll never forget. I'll tell it to my grandkids. My grandkids will tell it to their grandkids, and I'll be remembered forever. So I know you guys have a lot of questions though, so I want to address them. So I have some, yes, over here. Yes,
yes, I'm Doug Douglas from the Associated Press.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
My one question is though, how can you be so sure it's not a robot?
I ask myself that with every person I meet. But I did a very, very thorough pat down, and there was so I'm pretty sure it's not a robot. Good question though. Appreciate it. All right, anyone else? Yes.
My name's Dan Bongo from the Summers Chronicle, and I wanted to know, did you make him get a haircut after you did it? Oh, it's terrible.
You know, it was putting me off at first, but afterwards it kind of grew on me a little bit. So I was like, you know what? Not robot, you can keep the hair.
Mr. Jared, on stage for NPR, what do you think are the implications for world peace?
I mean, the entire concept of world peace was through a screw before I even did anything. Good question, though. Appreciate it. Yes.
Yes, Sam Worth from Robo Weekly. I'm wondering, how do you think this is going to impact the robot manufacturing industry?
They're excited. There's a lot of robot industry leaders. I invited them all over. We played Dungeons and Dragons all night. It was super cool. They all played robot characters. It was weird. But I'm telling them about this, and they're super excited, and they think the future's going to be great. So they're on board. Good question, though. Yes, over here.
Now, some people call me old-fashioned, but how do you know it wasn't an alien?
Again, I give a thorough pat down. She did yes, or 10-8 no. So, weighing my options here. Yes, over here. Yes,
Okay, Sam Worth from Robo Weekly again. What arm attachment did you use?
I had a laser cutting drill.
Did you tell you from backside of the news? Did you really need to do this 10 times?
Really, after the first, it's hard to stop. I stopped at 10 because I got time. All right, so keep going.
him he was mega high.
I cannot answer that on the circumstances I may incriminate myself. Next question. Yes.
Hi, Dan Bongo again. Did he talk about the status of his castles during the time that he was where he was and was not at the castles?
Castles?
Yes, castles.
I told him, the first three were all right.
Okay.
After like 4, it was, it was all right.
Okay.
They're all kind of the same to me.
That's good for now.
Rick Ward from NotARealJournalist.com. Do you fear any robot hero reprisals for this daring rescue? And if so, what will you do about the loss of powers?
Oh, this time of year? I'm not worried at all. He's not coming back.
I'll tell you something. How did you know it wasn't Albert Einstein?
Well,
Look at that hair.
well, he was real, first off. He's like been dead for a while.
So, duh. Yes, Robo Weekly again. We hear you died the second time you broke them out, so how do you feel today?
Better?
Yes, Don Smith from Fashion Weekly. Is your fascination with skulls and living inside them, is that a metaphor for getting inside the head of your enemies, or is it just obsession with enemies' head?
No, it was just a messed up childhood. I was exploring a cave, running away from a robotic bat, and I fell down into one of those pits. I had a skull, and it popped up, and you can only hit it right in the feet, always leave you hurt anywhere else. Yes?
Yeah, no, it's been up here a while talking. Like, why did you do this? Was there some sort of compensation? Did you get a ride in the saucer? Did you get a room in the castle? What's going on here?
Because my grandma said he had a check on my birthday for $20. And I was like, I'm not going to spend this money.
I don't feel it.
So in your words, what did you do?
What I did was I built Miley's 11th castle.
Afterwards? Oh, okay.
Yeah, before you did that, oh, but we have one more question.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan Callahan from Mommy Bloggers Monthly. When people arrived at the place and they looked at the scene, they noticed that there was no trace of explosion or something. So how were you able to accomplish such a feat without leaving a trail of frozen evidence behind?
That region. No sound.
One more.
Did he have a teardrop tattoo now?
No. I wrote the big man out of jail.
That would have been very dangerous considering what you actually did. Do you have any idea who you actually broke out? What would make him really mad?
Look, let's be honest. Mega Man sucks. That's why I keep breaking out Dr. Wily.
All right, that wasn't too torturous, was it, Jared? No, not at all. All right, great. So off and running, so our next game is Trigger Word, and this stars Rory, Bobby, and Brett. And how this works is, three of you standing up here. It's a good trio. So what's going to happen is they're each going to get a specific trigger word. And how this works is, they have to leave or enter the scene when that word is uttered. So what we're going to do right now is assign each of them that word. But first I need a location from a game. Planet A. Castlevania. Thank you. You're in Castlevania. Now, for Bobby, I need a Castlevania themed word. Whip. Bobby, your word is whip. That will not come up at all, I'm sure. for Rory, another Pennsylvania man.
Dracula!
All right, I heard Dracula. So Rory, your word is Dracula. And now let's have kind of an offbeat, not exactly Castlevania word for human! Water! All right, you know what we're going to do? Raise your hand if you have a really good word. All right. Now, over there. Yes. Castration? All right, so castration, Dracula, and whip. You guys ready? All right, so why don't we start with maybe one of you on the stage. You guys decide which. And we start Castlevania whenever you're ready, Bobby.
All right. Here I've arrived. I have a job to do. I'm going to need to put together a team if I'm going to defeat Dracula. I need to put together a team. You! Right there! You seem to be passing by. I have a question for you. How would you like to join my team to defeat Dracula?
No fucking.
All I need to do is take out Dracula.
You can talk to me, right?
Do you have any money that I can purchase?
What are you buying? I got crosses, holy water, some sort of morning star.
This is great. I'm going to need some sort of dagger because I'm performing a castration.
And just the thing.
Oh, that's going to be perfect. And then, hey, you seem to be knowledgeable about slaying vampires. Can you address this vendor here and tell me what I might need for my journey?
Well, first of all, you have to tell me what kind of a vampire you're hunting. Are we talking about your average, like, country bumpkin Dracula? Or is this like a street smart city vampire? I got just the thing. I'll be right back.
No, I was thinking, I've been doing all the country bumpkin stuff. I've taken out a couple of those, but I'm going for the real deal, the Mac Daddy Dracula. That's who I'm going to
I think I can help you out here.
Great.
I've got this suitcase here, all right? And I've got several different sized wooden stakes, as you can see. They are very effective in disposing of Dracula. However, a stake is not going to be enough. It may help you when you get close enough to Dracula to take him out. However, to get close to him, you are going to need this whip.
Oh, whip! I thought that's what that reminds me.
Sir, have you ever used a whip before? Yeah, I had a whip right here.
I was wondering if you could attach it.
I had not thought of that. Thank you. What's so special about your whip? Well, my whip.
What if we just did both of those, right?
That would be amazing. Okay, this device I have in my hand here, that whip, this with the flaming morning star on the end of it, should do a good job of dispatching of zombies and bats and other ills. Well, that was okay.
No, there's nobody else in this entire area that's going to help us on our list.
But my whip goes in 8 directions. Oh, okay, you are the real deal, my friend. Okay, I bet you can castrate a Dracula with that. You know what, I have some other stuff to do. I'll be right back.
Those guys were so helpful.
Very good job, guys. All right, rolling along, we're going to our next game. It's the dating game. This is I'm feeling every time I say it. And it's Steve, Tim, Kevin, and Benjamin. So let's go over here. Over your chairs, because you're going to be standing. You can go up on the stage, actually. You can do that, sure. So why don't we get our David Bud? Ben, it's good that you're pouring the water because we need you to lead. Yeah, you're staying outside. Go outside and stay out there. How this is going to work. We're trying to find Ben a date. I know the story of his life. And we have some lovely bachelors up here. So, this is a guessing game for Ben. You're going to learn a lot about Ben if you don't know him yet. So, he's going to have to come in and he's going to have to guess what each of these lovely bachelors are and then make his selection at the end. But first, we need to figure out what kind of bachelor or bachelorettes there. So I need some nice, I see hands in the air already for suggestions. You with the dark glasses.
The duck hunt dog.
The duck. Kevin, why don't you be, I think you'd be an excellent duck hunt dog. See this gentleman in the green shirt here? You guys are good this year. You've been practicing at home. Cranky Kong for Tim. We need one more for Steve. You, sir. Bubsy Bob. I don't know. It's pretty tough for Benjamin. Joe.
He won't know that.
He won't know. Waluigi. I would date Waluigi. Steve. Waluigi. All right. So to recap our hot bachelors.
Duck hunt dog. What? I'm Cranky Kong. Come on, Elite.
Easy. All right, so why don't we bring Ben in and give him a warm welcome? It's okay, take your time. It's all right. All right, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So now you know why you're here.
For women.
Well, that's a start. So, we're going to find you a date either way today. Okay?
Either way?
There's only two ways, Ben. But we rounded up an excellent round of bachelors for you here today. Okay, so I have no doubt you're going to find someone to show around MAGFest. Okay. There's concerts, so I mean, it's going to be dark. All right, so what I'd like to do is ask our bachelors questions one at a time. So why don't you start? I'm going to give you the microphone and go ahead, ask them anything your heart desires.
Bachelorette number 1. Oh God. If we were to go on a date outside of MAGFest, where would our first date be?
Robin? I'm really ready to take you to an open field. I am having to start some fun. It turns me on. It rolls around all night.
Okay. Bachelorette number 2. Same thing, hopefully less of a lisp.
What?
If we were on a first date...
What are you? What do you do for a living?
In
my day, we worked in construction. Stanley, it was a good hard wage. Standing there at the top of the building, you could see everything, you get everything done, you work hard, you get paid, and then your vagabonds just climbing up there and knocking you off. You probably work the best job, don't you?
Yeah, yes. Bachelorette number 3.
for who you'd like to date.
Oh, yeah.
All right, for this next round of questioning, what I'd like you to do is ask just one question, and they're each going to give you their answer, okay? So make it a good one, something that you think you really want to know about your future date.
Okay, Bachelorette, all 1 through 3 inclusive. If we were on a deserted island together, what one thing would you bring along with you, and why?
Rubber! I bring the joy of laughter! Without some kind of hijinks or some kind of ironic situation that taunts other people.
Bachelorette number 2.
You know that no good son of mine? Let me tell you what's wrong with your generation. I know he does. He sits on his pile of bananas. He has so many saved up. And does he pass any up to the older folk? No. I'm sitting in this old shack listening to the same record all day long. Back to the elderly.
You good? Bachelorette number 3.
Same question?
Yes. Same question.
I bring a year's supply of mustache wax. 2 years supply of mustache wax. One for my brother, Dick.
Well, Ben, by the look on your face, I can tell you're ready to make your selection. So what I'd like you to do is, why don't you go down the line here and tell me why or why not you're going to pick each of these bachelors or bachelorette.
Or whatever. Really, we're not really trying to get me a girlfriend. Bachelorette number 1. I am strongly against hunting. Because I'm strongly against hunting? Because you're that damn dog. Damn dog. Bachelorette number 2 was...
Come on, lay it on me. Break an old man's heart.
Okay. I'm not going to date you, but I believe your granddaughter Diddy would be fine. You're the old man grandfather Kong from Kong Country. Oh, Cranky Kong. Bachelorettes aren't working out. And there's only 2 ways we can do this. I'm choosing you only because I need to figure out what the hell you are. Are you Wario? Are you Waluigi?
All right, we have another fun little interactive game for audience. This is called Say It Again. You may have heard of this one before. This involves Dave, Rich, and Elise. And how this is going to work is we're going to get a suggestion, and they're going to start a scene. But what I need you guys to do is every time they say something you're not quite satisfied with, you need to yell, "Say it again." And they're going to repeat that, but they're going to up the stakes a little. They're going to make it a little more exciting. They're going to make it a little more dangerous. They're going to make it bigger or were amazing. So, now, be a little, don't be so liberal with this. We don't need every single line they say to be said again, because we're only here until 7. So, but what we need is suggestions for, let's say, an occupation in the video game world.
Bounty hunter.
You have your hand up. Say it again.
Yoshi hunter.
A Yoshi hunter. So controversial.
Store owner.
Yeah. Store? Yeah, that really encompasses everything. So, okay, you guys are a store owner, or one of you is a store owner. This revolves around owning a store. Okay? Alright, so, now the rules make sense. You guys know, just say it again, they will say it again, make it more exciting. We're going to have maybe just 1 or 2 of these starters. I want to have Dave and Rich. And whenever you're ready, guys.
A bookstore.
Say it again.
A whip store.
What? I gotta have it.
I was really looking to buy some fresh cut whips.
Fresh cut whips, huh?
Yeah, fresh cut whips.
Well, you come to the right place. This place is the freshest cut whips that you ever seen. Now, this place has the absolute dirtiest most. What kind of whips you into, pal? Whips, well, I got some whips that are pretty old, 1 or 2 years old.
I love the land.
I got some whips that are decades old.
Georgie! You need the whip!
I'm sorry about that. Now what kind of whip do you want? No. Her only job around here is the greasing of the whips, making sure. Around here is practicing cracking the whips. Her only job around here is using whips to tie up neighbors' children.
Caramel Baker!
Did you say lice?
I thought so. They Goombas. I tried sampling the Goombas.
Now, Boris, he's a good kid. He's a customer we gotta take care
He's
of.
a kid!
Say it again.
He's an adult?
Now, he's looking for a good quality whip. Can you help him find something?
I can find one, yeah! I can't find one! Who said that?
Put your glasses on! Don't miss it!
Look, all I want is a whip to get rid of the neighbor's Goomba. Look, all I want is a whip to tie up the neighbor's children.
Now, I want you to take a look along this wall. Now we got small whips. We got medium whips. And we got whips that are pretty much. We got whips that you can wrap around your mother's fat ass. No, it's not on fire, it's on sale.
I'll take 3. I'll take as many as it takes to get around my mom's fat ass.
Rich's mother is here tonight, so. Needs its own badge. So we. Say it again. Okay. Our next game is called Story, Story, Die. It involves everybody. Get in a big line, maybe semicircle. What's going to happen is we're all going to tell you a story, and after everyone's done wiggling, we're going to no, don't start this again. you.
Again.
Gotta say it again. All right, so how do you follow that? They're going to tell a story. We need to very quickly go down the line here and assign each of them a game genre, game storytelling style, such as, well, why don't you guys give me a style game? All right, first person shooter.
Dungeon crawler.
Dungeon crawler.
Dating sim.
A dating sim.
Psychological horror.
RPG. A lot of people said dancing game. It's a survival horror. But we're not going to give you that. Cooking model.
Famous vegan teaches timing.
I need you to repeat it because I didn't.
Famous vegan teaches timing.
Typing education simulator. Oregon Trail. Green shirt.
Text adventure.
We kind of already discussed kind of a genre. Train simulator. Very good. All right, two more. In the back there.
Bullet hell.
Okay, bullets fell. Last one. Withdrawal. Fighting game.
Sure you can.
Okay. I'm not going to go through it. So, they're all, okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to point to each of them. We're going to start the story. As I point to the next person, they will continue it in their style. We're going to keep going along. If any of them mess up, such as repeating a word the previous person said, stuttering, stammering, taking too long, you guys be the judge, and you say, die. And then you get to decide how they do. We have a lot of people here. This is going to maybe be a fast-paced game. So what I need is, can you put my chair real quick?
Oh, sure.
Okay, we're going to begin the story in a second, but we first need a title of the story. So why don't we go with a item from a video game? Oh well, hey, somebody made a great suggestion, a MAGFest theme story.
The Grand Adventure of MAGFest.
The Great Adventure of MAGFest. Take that for what you will, guys. Okay, so we're going to start on the end here with Mr. David. And are you ready to begin the story? Okay.
The place, Baltimore, Maryland. The time, just far enough into the near future that we can use science fictional elements while still calling it realistic.
Realistic area, darkness, a floor I'd never seen before. I knew there was something here I needed to find. I had my pack on my back, and I was set out to find the mysterious item that was,
How should Bobby die?
Eat my crew.
You want to sing it?
Eat my crew. Eat my crew.
She's a dying.
Now back him up the way.
oh, it's hot, it's hot.
Nice back down. Pick up the story.
A mysterious item that was my heart. Panels I could have gone to, I could go to panel 1 and see the editor for Super Mario Bros. I could go to panel room 3
and talk about music chips.
Well, what I really wanted to know was why, thousands of years in the past, some great catastrophe had happened, set in motion a chain of events that yielded MAGFest, and why I, an arbitrarily chosen 17-year-old, was designated on this adventure and find this specific item, and why it was me and all of my strange sundry companions who had to deliver this item to a very dangerous place in some far-off part of the hotel.
The catastrophe happened at panel 1. Panel 1. The catastrophe happened at panel 3.
Mama said panel 3. Take chicken, chicken, chop, 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 chop. Panel 3 full of chicken. Everybody eats.
They've chosen you should die, Tim. You should die.
Eaten by a groove! Eaten by a groove! He's a type of
Extreme carpal tunnel. Be quick on it. For those of you that can't see, he really looks bad.
It's so freaking dead down here. The road to panel 3 was long and arduous. One of the oxen had diarrhea. The whole family's name is Twat.
Would you like to build some track to panel 3? $50. Would you like to buy a station in panel 3? Ah, it contains a mysterious item. In panel 3, you find the MacGuffin. I unholstered my weapon and walked toward the MacGuffin device. I unholstered my other weapon, and I started shooting it. Strangely enough, it shot back. I dodged bullets left and right until I found that it was out of ammo and so was I, and we were in a standoff.
Round 2, I went down, forward, got in there, played Pussy's female and zoned it super hard. Pull up before you get it, he went down. Oh, look out, Bill Pringles, he's coming in. Don't give up now, try it.
The world was at stake.
And I was distrustful of MacGuffin devices because the last time I tried to trade for one, it had confluence.
Which is not the worst thing I've caught.
The MacGuffin device had...
How should young David perish? These people want to see you eat by a polar bear. Do your best.
Show me a hungry polar bear and I'll show you a polar bear that gets eaten. Oh boy. Here, just take a little bit. No, that's okay. No, take 2. That's fine. No, take a little bit. You know what? Just eat all.
There was that thing, that MacGuffin device looking right at me. Therefore, I unsheathed my sword and I took up the...
We had to decide whether or not we were going to ford the river or not, so we got into an empty box of balls. What made our...
A monkey, a space monkey came out of the MacGuffin.
Monkeys have bananas. Bananas, open, peel, peel. Bananas.
Don't know what's going on.
track drifting. Jigglypuff Awakening.
Oh, that's good. A Jigglypuff Awakening. It's interpretive. Go for it.
Oh, how cute it is. It's so jiggly. Let's pet this sleep. Jesus. Oh, it's going out of the eyes! I unholstered my banana and pointed it right at the MacGuffin device. And I wasn't quite sure what the banana was going to do.
So I used the banana peels and chicken like potions to heal my hit points.
Put salt on MacGuffin device. MacGuffin device, open up!
The MacGuffin device showed friendship. Unfortunately, in the end, we all got hungry.
I went in for a hug and got a little more than was expected.
So I died.
Kevin, you have to die. I'm sorry.
Too many Red Bulls.
Bath salt overdose?
a little for you, a lot for me.
I get to know that MacGuffin device was turning friendly toward me. Its meter was high with life.
They want you to die by penguins or something? No, dysentery!
Here, darling. Oh, God. Oh, suddenly I don't feel so well.
What do you mean it's dysentery? I saw the way you were looking at that Indian. It's gonorrhea.
Wow. The soul still burns inside the MacGuffin device.
Planet Boogie, where we hit the bed.
The aliens there were very fun. So I touched
Baby fatality. But we need to kill you so you go home and be with Waluigi. How should we kill that? Bullets?
Waluigi got jealous.
Oh, you got bullets to the knee. Go ahead.
Oh God, the only way to cure bullets is with more bullets.
The aliens were very friendly, but I had to make a choice between the purple one or the blue one.
Blue, and dance my way to the next planet.
Oh, dangerous poisonous blowfish. Because you're fucking This did it.
This is a bad idea. It's clearly a bad idea because this fish is highly toxic, filled with neurotoxin, and... yeah, it was a bad idea.
The aliens would direct me toward certain locations.
Get over here, they said. I jumped forward with a flying punch right at him.
I punched into the bonus level, children. And then I
kept going through
We have a lot more games to yell things about, but Steve is going to die by a Metroid. It's going to be really easy.
Okay. Dragon Force showed up and battled Ula Parappa, the Bone Trio.
Do we like the ending of the story? How are we going to do these?
Unaware of grenades.
Underwear from what?
Unaware of grenades.
Underwear. Give your hand up, purple, Eric.
Assassinated by Corvo. You know, the soccer.
Corvo?
Yeah, from the side, the main character. Self-killed.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, that's a sunrise over there.
That's funny. So our now zombie cast is going to play a game called 3 Dead Actors. Alright, this is going to take Steve, Tim, Brett, and Jerry. And how this is going to work is one of them is going to start, and they're going to start a stage performance of a play. And the other actors are going to come out one by one and help them, but they might succumb to some kind of fatality or they might die in some manner. So, that actor is going to have to make it through the play somehow, using those corpses. So, what we need for this is, we need a play here, and one of them is going to perform. So, we need do you have a suggestion? I'm sorry? Something a little more general.
As you like it.
Singing in the rain!
Phantom of the Opera. Let's go start yelling video games. Phoenix Wright the musical. Alright, I'm doing Phoenix Wright the musical, so one of you is going to start, and the other will enter as well. So whenever you're ready, curtain up.
As soon as my defendant gets here, I'll get started.
Sorry, I'm late. I was busy incriminating myself.
I know you didn't do anything wrong, so I'm here looking over the facts to make sure that you're okay. Object to the way that my client's being treated. Right? Look, you're the one who incriminated him in the first place. And I'm here to make sure that he sees truth and justice the right way. Hold it!
Purple tunnel is just killing. Lie down for a second, guys. Go on.
Now, we need to hear your testimony, though. Now, where were you on the night of the 3rd when the murder happened?
I was at the murder place, first of all.
Hold it!
Continue. I've been advised to not say anything further from now on, so... That wasn't quite what
As the judge, I rule judgely and fairly and fairly. knife. As you can see here on the knife, it has finger grooves that match exactly the defendant. How do we know that the knife fingerprints weren't already on the knife beforehand?
My knife, dude, got my name on it.
Well, it seems I'll have no choice but to judge now. Wait, Your Honor! I have something that I have to say. In this road of love, there are many choices. In this road of and the choice you now shall make, shall break or make this man. He's guilty. One more time.
Sing it again!
Okay, let's keep going here. Give Jared a rest. So our next game is interrogation. This is with Luis, Rich, and Kevin. And this is a guessing game, so one of you is going to have to go out. All right, so Luis is going to leave. How this is going to work is Luis has committed a crime. He's done something wrong. He is on trial. And we have our two investigators here, Kevin and Rich. And they're going to harass him, they're going to interview him, they're going to grill him, and make him try and guess what exactly he did. So, we need a heinous crime, a heinous crime. Killing Simba? Jesus, father dies and he gets murdered too. Kill Commander Shaw.
Killing Eric!
He stole all the pinballs from the pinball machines.
You mind about there being hate?
Hate is a lie.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right. Let's just take one more.
You broke into people's houses and destroyed their pottery.
All right, so he broke into someone's house and broke all their pottery. You guys are improvisers. If you have any, want to run in for any help along the way, feel free. So let's bring Reese in.
You can see him right there. You can stand if you like.
I do.
Now listen.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, little boy. The easy way or the hard way?
Which you prefer?
Well, I prefer the easy way. You just confess and then you get sent off to the place to get that little teardrop tattoo.
The big man with the law degree said I shouldn't.
The big man with the law degree ain't in here, buddy. Listen, what was your motivation in the first place?
I'm just a 7-year-old girl.
I know that you're sometimes played by girls, but, well, all right, that's fine, it's fine. Yeah, your 7-year-old girl caused a lot of mischief in people's lives. A lot of villagers who like to see behind bars. Now, if you cooperate, we can let you go for maybe just a few years, maybe till the sequel. Or, we'll have Officer Sherman over here.
No, not Officer Sherman!
Sherman, this little girl needs some talking to.
No, come back, other officer!
Now, I don't know who raised you, where you came from. What I want to do is tell you a little story about one of the oldest and most useful art forms humankind has created.
You've been working on this!
In my spare time, I like to write little stories. I submit them to fan fiction.
There's no need to tell them the legend of the hero. No! Now, if you talk, you won't have to hear the legend of the hero.
What is it?
Yeah, I'm sorry to bother, interrupt, but I speak with you.
Yeah. You stay right there!
Alright, look, I don't want to put any more pressure on this kid here, but we just got this in this case. See here? See the brake marks on this one? They say it was a family heirloom with a whole bunch of leg ones.
Oh, this helps. This ups the stakes. Thanks a lot.
I did. How did he? I don't like him.
You're going to need a blue protection ring when Officer Sherman is done with you. Let me tell you that, little girl.
Look, these people work real hard, okay? And they trust people, right? They don't lock their doors. They do that thing, you know?
I was just catching bugs.
Murray, that's what you call it now. That's what they call it now, is it?
Just catching bugs. Well, you didn't have to use their masonry, did you?
What was that? I'm a 7-year-old boy or girl.
Yeah, hold on.
Prisoner gets the meal. Raw chicken. Probably some salad, too.
There's Vanderbrook. Thanks for not taking my satchel.
No, we gotta do this fast. You won't be doing that hard time. I mean, why don't you tell us what you were doing there anyway?
I needed to replace my sword, and I needed extra money.
Yeah, you were looking in the right place. Everybody keeps their money in
That's
there.
one way to look at it. Yeah, what is that? Sorry, for padded door. Hold on, the padded door. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy. That 7-year-old, he took all the glass jars from my shop when my back was turned. If I'd have seen him, I'd have shot him with lightning.
Good thing we got him, right?
Yeah, so I expect to go back.
All right. Log your complaint with it.
I'll go to the
Thanks.
Did Beetle bite his tongue? I'm not perfect. I'm not human, but I'm just your average alien.
Yeah, and tell us what you did then.
I broke some jars.
Very good, guys. All right, we got a couple short board games left. This next one is a fun one. This is Slideshow, and this has Bobby and Tim and Jared. And how this is going to work is one of them is going to share his recent trip, his recent adventures somewhere. So I need two slides. Tim's a good slide. Jared, you're a good slide. So Bobby, you're going to share your trip with us. Bobby went somewhere on his trip. Where did he go? Azeroth. Candyland. Yoshi's Island. He went to Canada. Which video game?
Silent Hill! Silent Hill!
Since we did Silent Hill last year, the Mushroom Kingdom.
I did go there.
Yeah, I think you did go there. So why don't you share our slides? So Bobby's going to share his slides with us, and he's going to describe to you the slides. So, Bobby, whenever you're ready, why don't you tell us about your trip?
Sure thing. Thanks for joining me. I'm really excited to share my tales with you. I got the old-fashioned contraption here, so I clicked through the slides. Just tell you a little bit about where I went. I went to the Mushroom Kingdom. It was a lot of fun. The first thing I saw when I got there was the most amazing sight I'd ever seen. It just blew me away. I thought it was beautiful, breathtaking, and I really wish I could recreate that moment. Moving on to the next slide. We took a tour underground. It was a little dark down there, but I had someone who was hungry and guiding me through everything. And it was really nice to see all the sights. Let me tell you about the flying fish. I've never seen anything like this in the world. The Mushroom Kingdom, flying fish are everywhere, jumping all over the place. I absolutely loved it. One night it got really dark for some reason. No apparent reason. And walking by, there were two Koopa Troopas, and they were just engaged in the most amazing thing that you've ever seen. But not as amazing. That's what the Goombas were up to. And as you can see, these Goombas are having a wonderful time. Always great to see them in their natural habitat, right? But it wasn't all fun and games. There was some peril. Everyone needs a little peril on the trips that they go on. And these castles that they had arranged with fire and the statues arranged in those castles. I had expected something a little more traditional, but clearly they were interested in something, abstract. This is what they promised me all along. I booked a trip online, and they said, if you go, this is the site that you need to see. I'm actually thinking about going back there and getting a position doing this very thing. So, as happens on vacations, I met a lady. We're going to get along really well if you just get rid of that thing that keeps tagging along with her. I'm working on it. So the lady and I promised an underwater scuba trip, or underwater swimming trip. Now the swimming trip has a lot of sights. You can see here. Bloopers, their natural habitat. Cheap cheeps. And here we are getting out of the water and two more slides for you. The one I want to share here, this is something that I'm thinking that my family needs to get involved in. It's the type of picturesque memory that you really want to have with you. And finally, here is us conquering. Yeah, that's the flagpole from the Mushroom Kingdom. I went and I did it, and it was awesome. I touched it. And so thank you all for listening to my story.
Thank you for sharing, Bobby. All right, two more here. This next game is Moving Body. It stars Rory and Ben. But I need two volunteers from the audience. I've neglected the back row back there, so I think I'm going to grab people from right there. Let's see. You have, in the middle here, you have your hand up, sir. Why don't you come on down? And then this in the red shirt, young lady, come up here. Give them a round of applause. Liz, nice to meet you guys. All right, what's going to happen is these two guys are going to be props. They're going to be movable props in this scene. And you both are going to control them. They're going to do all the speaking. They're going to take care of the scene, but they can't move. They're stiff. So they need you to move. Don't worry, they're safe. He's taken anyway, so you can pick whichever one you want to control. And we need a place. We need a game location for this one.
Ball 37. Ball 13.
Ice World.
Green Hill Zone. Okay, they're in the Green Hill Zone where things move very fast, so this should be entertaining.
Gotta go fast.
So you guys understand what you do? You gotta move your legs, your arms, and gently move them. Respect your prop and proper. And whenever you guys are ready, start your scene.
Sonic!
Yep.
Hey!
I'm good. I mean, how are you?
I'm good.
They're good. How are you doing, Tails?
I'm great. I got your tails.
I've got an interesting idea. And a lot of faith in my balance. No, but I do have lots of rings.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm all out.
Well, I'll give it to you, but you have to hit me.
Not a problem.
Oh, right into it.
Oh, I have to pick them up.
But yeah. Wait, give me one back or I'm gonna die. Give me one back or I'll die. Give me one back or I'll die. Oh, that's so much better. So, okay, my turn. Yeah, my turn. To punch you. You have too many. I need some back. Rings. How about this? I can tell.
Let's talk about this.
Okay. I'll kick it real hard.
Okay, all right. You're gonna touch my tail.
Yes.
And you're gonna pull it off.
That's a little bit like I should use another.
I like how you talk through it.
Yeah.
I'm down to one tail. I go
There it goes. Let me grab it.
All right.
Okay. And I think I'll wear it like a necktie. Yeah. Sonic the
Wait a minute.
fox tied head.
I lost the other one too.
Oh, well, you gotta pick it up.
Me and bending.
Hey, while you're down there. No, could you just hit that button over there and let all this land on the top?
Oh yeah. I'll hit it with the tail.
Yeah. And there they go! Yay! Okay, well, I don't really know what comes after Green Hill Zone, because I'm really bad at my own game. I'm just going to go home, so, toodles. Here, wait, I think I have something in my pocket. Do you want me to put it on for you?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. If you glue my tail back.
So, nice blue.
Okay, well, I need to turn around so that I can hear. Maybe I should grab the. Oh, no.
Alright, let's do it. I think I need to slow down.
So, okay.
Short form game here, and this is what we end this section with every year, and it's mind debate. So, how this works is we have two debaters, one is Kevin, and one is Dave. So we're going to need them up here. And once you guys stand instead of sit, so our lovely people in the back row can see you as well. Yeah, but when you come back in. they're going to leave, and how this works is we give each of them a phrase, a word, a suggestion, and they're going to have a team. They're just going to have a team of mimers. So Kevin comes back in. He's going to stand here. His mimers are going to be behind Dave, and they're going to act out what the word is, like charades, and they're going to try and get Kevin to guess what it is and say for Dave. They're going to take turns. Whoever guesses it first wins. So we need suggestions for them. The first one, let's just get 2 words and put them together.
Pudding cup.
Barrel roll.
Barrel roll. Okay.
Say platypus.
All right, so Kevin's is going to be barrel roll. Okay. And only one for David.
Master sword.
I think Falcon Punch works pretty well. Okay? All right, so we'll place Kevin here, and you guys will mime for him. And you're going to mime barrel roll for Kevin. And you guys are going to mime Falcon Punch for David. Okay, are we ready? All right, make sure that they can see. So bring in our 2 debaters. Thank you both for coming. This is a really controversial issue. I know between the 2 of you, waiting to get this off your chest, face each other after so long. And I know this is going to be intense. It's going to be rough. So why don't you kick it off? Why don't you start off?
Well, there are some things that a man has to hold sacred. This man clearly doesn't. I'm in favor of dressing myself in the morning and spitting. But besides that, I'm somebody who really takes movement to heart, and I think that by putting pants on and leaping into the great unknown and sliding down slides, parachuting, that a skirt, remove that, naked, I have no clothes.
All right, you made some very good points, but let's give your opponent an opportunity to rebut.
Well, the thing is, my opponent says that he believes in dressing himself, and that he's against nudity. What my opponent won't tell you is how he feels about nudity while swimming. Now, my opponent believes that when you're swimming, and not only swimming, I'm also talking about flying up in the air as well. This is not just for swimming. Don't misquote me. When we're talking about little birds soaring in the air, we're talking about they're reaching for their dreams. And my opponent, he doesn't want you to reach for your dreams. My opponent doesn't want little baby birds to get fed. My opponent doesn't believe in bird families. And let me tell you, when birds are looking for their food, there are a lot of birds out there who have it very difficult. And my opponent would never look for them. My opponent would never write them down or sharp them. My opponent doesn't have a stand on this.
All excellent points. All excellent points. But I want to bring this back to the central issue here. So maybe you can do that.
Well, when moving large ideas and large objects such as this one, I find that it really helps to shoot at point blank on the issue. To really pick up that duck that you've hunted inside of that real abyss of corpses. Reach into it and grab it. That's the symbolic thing. To really reach into the birth canal. To really swim into where the spermatozoa reaches the egg and just and raise that rabbit out of its warrens.
This is a really intense we have to get fair.
If I may respond to this, my opponent wants to shoot fish in barrels, but who's going to pay? Who's going to pay for what I want to do? I want to fish in barrels, but also bunny rabbits. Also
large birds. I want to find room in the budget for predator birds that go and catch bunny rabbits. It's not enough to just have fishing rabbits that they need. And that's what I believe is a family man and a Christian.
All fair points. All fair points. But we're going to give your opponent another chance here. So go ahead.
Okay. I've been a little confused today because of some bad advice from a doctor, but I think I'm back on track. There's this primate climbing a tree and eating paste. A dinosaur. Well, here comes two opposing athletes. Flying in and eating. To metamorphose into a beautiful idea. I am tiptoeing around the sides here and sleeping because life cycle has to happen. Because nighttime is the right time. And sometimes we grow and sometimes we fall. Sometimes the planes crash. They just crash. Pilot wings spin out of control. Tailspin.
Okay, I think you're very close. You're very close, but your opponent's going to get a final word here, and then it's going to be time to end our debate. So this is your big chance here, so make sure you make all the points that you came here to make.
My fellow Americans, what I want you all to go home with today is that I want you to listen. I want you to hear me knocking on your door when opportunity comes. I want you to hear the hammer of industry pounding in, the nails. Now it's the nails that I want you to think about because it sounds like nails. Now can openers are something that the poorest among us can't even access. Now it sounds like can openers, but what I'm really talking about is nail openers. Is mail order birds. I know that might not make sense, but if elected, I promise. If elected, I promise that punching someone, punching someone is 3 times and nailing, but it sounds like this. Now I don't miss me. Don't miss me. There's 3 words I want you to take away. First one sounds like nails. Second one sounds like can. So nail, can, die.
All right, we've reached the end of the... We're going to need a final outcome for this debate. Okay. So we're going to start with you, Kevin.
Okay.
Now, do you have any idea what your stance is on that? If you had any last-minute things to add.
I would add that Power and jumping and beat Mario and Nintendo franchises. There would be like muscles, I don't know. And it's all about what's up there.
Think about what's
Right, Tailspin, Star Fox. Something with Star Fox.
Yeah.
It has to be all about Star Fox.
Right. Something about that.
Is that the barrel roll?
Good moderator in debates. It's very good. Now, such a happy candidate.
That's because I believe in staying positive because I know the weaknesses.
With that in mind, what is the main issue you're here to bring up?
For me, the main issue is feeding our poor among us, and that means milk and lunch.
Okay. That's a very important issue, but I need to remind you to stay on topic. So you can have that later, but maybe there's something more important that kind of sounds like that.
reiterate, again, if there's any way that I can make this any clearer.
Yes.
To not only to the here, but also to the folks at home. Yeah, it is. Well, honestly, I'm not sure how else I can say it. Sometimes
yeah, those birds, they're not milk cans.
No. They're toucans.
They're not toucans.
They're stale pans.
That's not a bird at all. But there are birds out there that maybe rest on your arm, take their little foot off, attack things.
What I'm telling you right now, falcons.
That's part of it.
What I want to tell you right now is that falcons don't punch, people punch.
Surpassing of a title. In the past, Ben Lathan was known for being pretty terrible at guessing games. And there was one in particular, the word we were attempting to guess was fish stick. And I think Ben guessed everything under the sun, but settled on fish stuck. I'm confident! Fish stuck! So now, what do we have now, Dave? We have milk can lunch, David over.
I want to hear that in the arcade when people are playing.
Milk can lunch. Right. Well, I want to thank you guys for, thank you so much for your suggestions. We're going to take a little 5-minute or so intermission, give these guys a break, give you a break, get some water, leave room if you want. I don't know their policy on holding your seat or not, but we're going to do a long form scene a little later after the intermission. So please come back and check it out. We've done that with MAGFest. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. So what we're going to do now is, this is long form improv. This is a completely open scene. There's no rules, there's no little things they have to do or guess. It's a thirsty improv. It's a never-ending and candy. Very good. All right, so what they're going to do is they're going to be on a quest. Everyone's involved in this scene, and they're going to be on a quest for a particular item. They're going to go maybe between different worlds. We're going to see different scenes happen. They'll maybe wipe the scene and switch to another thing, cause another scene, so we can go back and forth. But to start this epic quest, they just need to be on. They need to be looking for something. They need to find some kind of grail. So, you have your hand up. Yes?
A portal gun.
A portal gun. It's kind of similar to what we did last year. Yes, you, ma'am.
The elements of harmony.
Yeah!
the element of harmony.
Elements.
Plural. There's 6 elements of harmony. What is this from?
Do it.
These guys, they take things wherever they go. So they're going to take the elements of. They're going to take the elements of harmony.
And Princess Celestial will take them away.
And they're going to create a
And evil rises, send the kids.
So I'm going to leave the floor open to all of us, and whoever wants to start this, will begin.
Everybody's fighting in the town! Everybody's fighting! Get in here! Council, get in here! What's up? Everybody's tearing each other apart! Why are they doing that? Cut it out! This is awful! We're going to find the
elements of harmony!
Well, I'm not going to do it! I'm old and frail! I'm not going to do it! I've still got 2 weeks of paid vacation left! I'm not going to do it! I'm 3 days from retirement! I'll do it! Oh, my hip! Well, how about we hold a tournament and see who wins in the town, and they can bring back the element? That makes perfect sense! The first element is death! Right to the tournament!
All right, line up for the tournament. Oh!
I don't know who you think you are, buddy. This is hand in hand. There's no weapons in this tournament. All right. So, when do we start?
I have conquered the element of death!
And thus the epic quest for the elements of harmony starts. The second element of harmony, promiscuity. I guess it's going to be left to the poor farmers, lad. Woe is me in this farmer's field so lonely, with nary a sheep. Oh, sheep, haven't you heard? This town is in danger. We need to find the elements of harmony. Thanks, you're back. Can you help, sheep? I'm just a poor farmer. That feels awfully nice on my leg. Sheep, why? Do you taunt me so? Where are my sheep? Oh, Farmer Jones, your sheep wandered into my field. I swear I thought they were 18. My house? I have the deed. But here. We'll see about that. I'm already. Oh, that's another pumpkin. We can make room for the baby sheep.
And thus the element of promiscuity was given to the bottom sheep. The third element was skydiving. I know this is your first time, so I'm gonna open up that door. When you see that light turn green, get out. Okay. Well, we are approaching 32,000 feet. Okay. Are you ready, sir? Yeah. Are you looking for the third element too? No, it's okay. You know what? The first time you do it, it's scary as hell. But after about the 5th for 6 time, you just dive out that hole and let it rip.
Do you mind if I go with you? You know, like, buddy?
Oh, sure, no, I've been looking for the third element for, probably 10 or 12 years now. I haven't found it yet, but this time the thing was close.
There it is! Danny McClain looking for the elements of harmony! Shoot it down! Hold on, I declare! Bang, bang, bang! Oh, okay, everybody do it!
Hey, you're going down! You guys are going to jump and beat the place to the ground! Go, go, go! Just count to 3. 1, 2,
It's like a roller coaster.
watch out for that falcon! He's gonna
I'm starting some sort of roll!
hold your record! I love that feeling when your tummy sinks up into your heart.
I throw it into my head.
So where do you think the element of skydiving could be?
Right here! I found it when I was falling. Skip, the plane crash.
Oh no.
But I've got the element right here in this jar, I guess.
Hey buddy, you got any bright ideas?
And thus the element of skydiving was found. But there was still another element of harmony that needed to be discovered. The element of nacho dip.
Marco, get in here! I'm hungry!
What do you want?
Oh, no, it's your wife.
Now! Claudia, tell Myrtle that there should be food on my table.
Myrtle, he says there should be food on this
All
table.
the time with the food on the table. You don't even tell me what kind of things you want. You want me to just advance things.
Myrtle, you're the wife whose job is to feed me. Claudia is the wife whose job is to impregnate the sheep.
I appreciate that role.
Oh, well,
Daddy! Somebody left the cheese outside in the back and it's really hot and now it's all melted. What are we gonna do with this?
I'll just put it on the counter over here.
How are we gonna eat melted cheese?
Melted cheese, I'm not sure.
Claudia, go check the cabinet and see what we got in stock.
okay.
Jeffrey, who are you?
Well, there's not much else to do around here.
Yeah, I think you're staying out of town. All those people fighting.
It's gooey. Here, hold on a second. You
Oh,
try to do
it's
this.
gross.
Try to do this. Oh, yeah.
All people love.
Tomatoes and peppers and onions.
God damn it!
Sometimes some ground beef.
Tomatoes, peppers, onions, ground beef.
Listen, all these tortillas got dried out in the sun too.
Tortillas are round.
You might as well just stomp on them and turn them into small little triangular pieces. Yeah, just dip it in the cheese then.
And lo, the fourth element, nacho cheese dip, was discovered. But far off in the distance, glistened, intangible, the fifth element, fiscal responsibility.
And that element of harmony was lost forever. Townspeople brought the four found elements of harmony to the village center, where they presented them to the elders.
All right, bring them up.
This sheep kept doing it on my lawn.
Oh, well, we've watched the 4 of the elements of harmony. The 5th lasts forever.
That'll do.
We're skydivers.
Skydivers.
I murdered 27 people.
I melted cheese.
That sheep kept doing it on my lawn.
All right, well, I brought
I forget when the village elder asked us to
Go by City Town! Yes, and there's a Met composed. Did Town build a Met? It's coming right from us! It looks like it's made out of the elements of harmony. That's so fiscally irresponsible.
move forward. We bring peace.
In the shed, don't we have the elements of disharmony? Yes! That's right, we better go to the damn shed! And though the hunt for the elements of disharmony began. Element was a shovel, it was in the shed! I'm so unstamped, alright?
And with the first element of a shovel found, they still had to discover the second element.
Hey, I found the second element. This piece of corn stuck in my teeth.
I got books, that's number 3.
Sorry about my horse!
With the
And lo, the last element of harmony, a hasty resolution.
Get in there!
harmony versus disharmony. Harmony full of us.
Oh, we hit the shovel!
Promiscuity. You got it.
You hold this end of the rope. You hold the rope.
Cheese dip. Pull harder. Someone has to.
And thus the elements of disharmony continue to rule the land.
That's it for our time in this room. Thank you guys who are an amazing MAGFest Improv audience. Go check out the Film Fest, the Brett Vanderbrook. Thanks guys. Have a great MAGFest.